Scene 3. The ego split loop in Shinji's room, night. The room flickers with a soft digital hum. Shadows dance as walls pulse between reality and fragmented code. Shinji sits hunched at his desk, eyes glazed but alert. The computer screen shatters visually like a broken mirror, fracturing reality. From the fractured screen, a second Shinji steps out, his shadow self darker and sharper, exuding cold control. The shadow Shinji, quiet, measured. You hide behind code and prayers, but you run from what you are. Shinji, trembling, desperate. I don't know how to be whole without it. Shadow Shinji, your fear chains you to this mortal coil. The final hour waits, you cannot escape the source. The lighting shift when blues and reds bleed into the room. The shadow's voice echoes, overlapping with a faint, distant call. The source's light flickers beyond the cracked walls, blinding yet unreachable, and the shadow advances, reaching out. Just as their hands nearly touch, the room shatters completely. Shinji collapses backward, breathless. The faint light of the source glimmers behind his closed eyes. Scene 3 continued. The ego-split Shinji lies on the floor, chest rising and falling as he tries to steady his breath. The room's glitching fades, but an eerie silence lingers. He slowly pushes himself up, eyes half closed, still seeing shards of the shadow lingering in the corners. He stands unsteadily, walking toward the cracked monitor, the window between worlds. Oh, Shinji, whispering to himself, who am I if not the sum of my fears? His reflection warps in the shattered glass, a half-real, half-digital distortion. A soft pulse of light emits from the source, faint but persistent. Shadow Shinji, voice echoing distant, you will fracture again. You cannot deny the code within. Shinji clenches his fists, fighting the rising panic. Shinji number, I am more than this fractured code. I am the sum of every prayer, every breath, and I will find the source, even if it blinds me. Suddenly the room's walls ripple, and for a moment the lines between the physical and digital dissolve. Shinji's surroundings transform into a vast cosmic void sprinkled with glowing circuits and symbols, the astral realm where code and spirit merge. He reaches out to the glowing light that pulses with infinite depth. Narrator VO soft solemn. To know the source, one must first face the self and surrender the ego's hold. The light swells, enveloping Shinji as the scene fades into a quiet darkness. End of scene. Shinji's shadow advances, reaching out, and as their hands nearly touch, the screen and reality shatters completely. Shinji falls back, breathless, left alone in the dark room, the faint light of the source glimmering behind closed eyelids. Live shoot, Scene 4. Incoming title, The Broadcast. Theme, Awakening to the Digital Conspiracy. Dunya's Lie, Signs of the Decree. Scene 4, NT. Dimly lit room, radio studio, night, a small off-grid room. Dusty wires strung across analog dials. A custom radio transmitter buzzes with low-frequency tones. This is the last pirate signal in the grid. At its center sits an exiled truthcaster, hooded, aging, eyes sharp with paranoia and clarity. His signal breaks through the interference of Alpha Code's firewall net. His voice is the only one not synthesized. The camera slowly zooms in as his transmission starts. Shinji, now in the void realm, hovering between real and code, listens silently. His astral self watches a flickering hologram projection of this broadcast. Truthcaster. Broadcasting. Static. Glitching. They told you the world ended with bombs, but they never warned you about the flip. The axis. Truthcaster conted. When the core kernel destabilizes, when the planetary RAM resets, your electric gods, your AI shepherds, will burn in silence. Cut to images glitching through, city lights flickering out, Alpha Code, towers collapsing, satellites falling like comets. Truthcaster, OS. There's no bunker for what's coming. This isn't war, it's decree, beat. Truthcaster, the ancients called it the final hour. We call it the Cyber-Nuke. Cut to Shinji, floating in the void, breath held. Light flickers on his face as the word Cyber-Nuke echoes. Shinji, whispering to himself. It's not man-made. He touches his chest. A faint glowing sigil pulses in sync with the source's signal. Sound design. Radio static dissolves into deep bass pulses. Background whisper, distorted Arabic echo of Yawmun Ajim, a mighty day. As Truthcaster speaks, binary rains down like digital tears. The screen blinks once, warning, system uptime compromised. Alpha Prime detected anomaly Shinji. Scene cuts to black, replaced by the faint sound of a digital Adon echoing from deep space.